And alright, hello everybody, and welcome to potentially a pretty interesting video, because a video like this would normally go on my new development channel. But since I'm recording on this on PlayStation, if you read the title you know why, it might not actually go up there. I hope I can figure out a way to get up there, because you can't actually link multiple channels to your PlayStation, only one. So yeah, whatever channel you're seeing this on, well, that's that. But basically what we're going to do, in case you didn't read or didn't understand the title, is this is just a simple testing video, testing a new published version of the Friends Only demo, where console support and improved UI, I think? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Have been added. You can see at the top there. Oh wait, I can't even move my cursor. And down here, and there's that, because there's also now console support, and the UI should scale better for mobile. But there's 4 buttons for console players that have been gained support, and these are all the ones you're gonna need. Now, normally, it was already here, but if you click L1, you open this, and this doesn't work because you can't move your cursor, and I might add that, but this is just the lobby. But then again, testing your stuff or looking at your lanterns would be pretty cool. So, and there's also, I wanted to do R free, which is your right joystick, pushing on it for this, but you can't actually do that on PlayStation for some reason. By the way, this all is the same for Xbox. So instead, if you click L3, there's also some haptic feedback, and you do this slide, which I think is just pretty useful, because before I would have probably just given them a speed boost. That's what I'm gonna do for mobile, I think, which I don't know if mobile support's going to be in the oh my god, I had a stroke, in the initial release, but I'm hoping I get something so at least mobile players can experience the game. But they probably won't have the tutorial, because that's just, I don't know, it depends. I have really no idea how to do mobile stuff, so yeah. Then there is sprinting, which is L2, which in most games is the aiming button, which I wanted to be L3, so that way R3 could be sliding, but I can't do that, so I just had to move it to this one, because it's just easier. And then there's also haptic feedback for this, which is pretty cool. And then there is triangle for your flashlight, which gives you some slight feedback when you click it. And this is only available in the prologue / tutorial and the lobby. It's not in the chapter 1. Not as of now. Depends. It might show up. I don't know, because I'm only on development of part 2, and I still have part 3 to finish. But then we also have up arrow, as you can see down here, which gives you some slight feedback as well, and allows you to open this, where you can equip your stuff. And although when you click up arrow again, it may be bad for some people like me who like using the arrows to do this UI like navigation, I guess, because you're always just shutting it down and it's kind of annoying, but it is whatever for now at least. And I think that, yeah, that should be all the feedback I added. I only added 4 and all those 4 buttons. But now I just want to go into the tutorial first, since it did get updated. Same with that top UI. So here it is. Basically what I added to the tutorial and the part 1 is the feedback, the updated UI, and some depth of field, so everything in the distance is blurry except up close, and when you're extremely close to something, it gets a little blurry. Now, if you click triangle, here it is again, the haptic feedback, and there's the sprint with the sprint meter, and I did actually add more sprint, and so that's cool. And in fact, if you hold down sprint all the way, when it ends, it will perfectly on time, the haptic feedback will stop. And although if you don't have full stamina when you press it, it still goes on. That, well, I just don't know how to do haptic feedback that much. In fact, I literally searched up, I was trying to figure out what the Roblox calls the controller buttons on the developer the developer forums. No, not those. I forgot what they're called, and that's not supposed to be like that. That's not normal. Sure. I don't know why the water's like the way it is, but whatever. And I just found this little script on how to do haptic feedback. I updated it for the correct buttons and the correct amount, and now there's feedback. Let's just start this text going so we can start going and stuff. And I think this is a pretty nice update because I did not plan for VR console support. And now that I know how to do console, I might even do VR, which you'll probably see as another video, on the Meta Quest, to be more specific. But, I'm still figuring that out, which tomorrow there should be a Meta Quest video, maybe. Depends. So, yeah, FY triangle, control, thumbstick 2, and R3. That was before I updated. I'm going to fix that. Make it say thumbstick 1 slash L3, because that's the correct button. And I think it also says the wrong sprint button, so I'm going to update it as I keep having strokes, but I'm going to update it as well. You can also see the sort of depth of field, and the blurriness. I did actually do a post talking or with a little teaser of part 2, which I can't use the community on my new channel yet. I didn't get it yet, so I just put it on this channel. But it's basically like showing a little picture, which I took after I finished the depth of field, and so it looked really nice, I guess. I did update it a little bit because it was a little bad at some parts, so that's good. Yeah, it says thumbstick 1 slash L3, it's no longer that. And I need my flashlight. There is no haptic feedback or anything for the up arrow because you don't have your inventory on this. And same goes with the flashlight for part 1 and part 2. Again, you can't play part 2 yet. Not even my friends who have the friends only demo, but I did update it. So now this is the 4th dialogue. There's only 5, so these are really the longest part of the tutorial. To add on to the VR and stuff, now VR Roblox is very, very buggy and doesn't work really with all the games. So although I'll try to do VR support so you can play it as VR, I think at one point I might also update, or add a VR exclusive mode, our little level or whatever that is sort of like you can see your arms, you can move them with your controllers, you know, that type of sort of deal thing. But here we are with this part. Let's go for this, and there is actually something over here. This thing, which does not have any purpose or point in existence. It's just here because it's funny. And that used to be, I was planning for it to be an Easter egg. But I have since removed that. Oh my god. Wait, no. I have since declined putting the Easter egg I planned to put there. So now there is no longer the Easter egg I was planning to put there. And that's not going to happen because it's not going to be there. Oh, yeah. That is it for this. So now we can move on through the darkness and into the fake dark wall. And it'll teleport us back to the lobby. And we're going to do... This UI absolutely sucks. I'm gonna update it eventually, don't worry. And there we go. Now, I also did update this, so you can skip it. I just want to see... Okay, yeah, the motion blur is on this. You can sort of see that. You can now skip it and you don't have to wait for the thing to disappear. You can just go through now. And there is also more trees over here because it just stopped randomly and that was not very cool. But we got all the feedback. No triangle because there's no flashlight. And the slide, of course. You can see the motion blur over there. And all the trees over here. Which is pretty snazzy. These funny trees. There's also, like, these bars that go across the screen, which is just an effect that works on PC, but since it's on PlayStation, doesn't, and I probably won't change that, because it basically just makes the right and the left of your screen dark, and focuses in the middle, which also gives the stamina bar that cool little effect where it goes off into pitch black darkness. Now, I think when you're getting chased, it's going to be a lot cooler with the feedback, because the feedback is sort of like shaking, like it's rattling, which, if you're getting chased, would feel very, like, scary and add to the scariness. There is also one more thing. All these buttons are R2, since I think R2 is just a lot easier. I just tried to use square because I'm used to that, but it is R2 and I'm gonna have to get used to that. Because I feel like reaching off of your camera to sort of click square is good in a shooter game, but in Roblox game like this one, especially when you're not using R2, it's just kind of convenient to use R2 for all these prompts. See, that way you can have your hands on everything. So now we have this, and this thing, since you can't move your cursor, it just automatically spins around in a circle, so you can switch for all your items without having to select them, which is honestly more convenient. But if we close that, you'll see it just switches. Spirit doll, basic turn, lantern test free, candle test free, the hand and whatnot. Let's get the doll here. You can see the motion blur. And let's get over here. Hello. I'm gonna do a cheeky little strategy I use here. There we go. She is really fast too, which is a good thing that I added more stamina. But the whole premise of this part is to not be detected. You just want to sneak around her and don't get caught. Now, I don't want to get the jump scare here. And if you saw at the very end there's that little black effect that tries to cover the screen. And it doesn't fully cover the screen. That will be fixed as well. Just thought I mentioned that because I'm pretty sure it was in my initial video. As you can see, she is definitely faster than you. Now, this won't be the case for part 2, but in part 2, I have a really spooky mechanic idea to do for it. And I think part 2, a lot of people, if you like part 1, you're going to like part 2 even more. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna like part 2 more, because it's just really scary. That's what I'm trying to do with part 2. Really, really terrifying. And part 3 is sort of true to the original more, I guess. True to the original TFA. And I also am just gonna say, I don't think he commented, the original developer, on my video about TFA, going back to the original TFA, or the Farways, or whatever you want to call it. But he did, me and him were working on the game a bit, or testing it more as well. And it should be done soon. I mean, I'm not really a part of the development of it, but basically, like, he didn't change a lot. He just, maybe, I think we're fixing some stuff, making it a bit better, and, what is it? I forgot. Maybe I can, get some PlayStation support into it, and maybe later, after I figure out how to do VR, I can shove some of that into it. But mobile, I don't know. It depends. I haven't tested if he has like some script or something that does it for it. He got. But for the most part, the main difference is the heads of the monsters and some of the ambience and stuff like that. It's just a better version of Tifa. It's basically just also Tifa re-uploaded. But yeah, that was just a video I wanted to do because it's cool, and I have a video on playing through this game, video on what is it? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a video playing through it on the final version of the game. Once it's done, I'm gonna play through it on PC, PlayStation, and maybe VR, and then do 3 separate videos with all those. And of course, the PlayStation one will be 4K, and it will look really good as well. So that's what I'm gonna do for the other Tifa Reborn videos, because I don't know if I said anything about it, but I am gonna do. Oh yeah, I said sometime, I'm gonna do videos on my new channel of playing for the games, and originally I was gonna do the Friends Only demo as a different video, which I might do if I just can't figure something to upload on my main channel. I'm just going to upload that on my other channel, my dev channel. And I'm definitely going to do some other videos on it, like behind the scenes of all the different parts and all the stuff, and just some looks into development and how the map's made, my processes and whatever, because I think that would be pretty fun. But with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.